So let me show you a clip from what happened in the Jewish community of Linden, New Jersey over Passover. Take a look. So as you can see, this is the city hall in Linden, New Jersey, and it's been totally overrun by Hasidim. Why is this? So Hasidic Jews have been moving into Linden, New Jersey for the last couple of years, and the locals, they don't like it. They don't like it. They have big families. They have constantly try to change home sizes. They have their own schools, and they're constantly trying to build shuls and places to pray. They probably drive a little differently, a lot more minivans, and the locals don't really like it. And this has been a and so many New Jersey towns near Lakewood, Jackson comes to mind, Brick, Howe, have tried to create ordinances to stop the growth of a Jewish community, whether not allowing people to sleep in basements or requiring huge amounts of land for houses of worship and the like. And all of this is done to keep the certain flavor of the neighborhood. Now, what they mean by this is that they don't want all those Hasidic Jews over there. Now, I have to say that I'm a little bit sympathetic to their feelings. Not that I'm against Hasidic Jews. I'm certainly they're my crew, but I understand if you want to keep your neighborhoods looking a certain way. I understand that you wanted, over the holidays to see everyone's lights out and to send your kids to the same schools and the like. And the problem is racism and illegal ordinances and mistreating Orthodox Jews who you don't like is not the solution. And you know what would have been the solution? People of New Jersey and upstate New York, you know what you could have done instead of being prejudiced to all the Jews that show up? You know how you could have preserved the flavor of your neighborhoods? You could have had children. You could have pushed family values. You could have said, hey, kids, come back and move here because this is a wonderful community to grow in. But no, you didn't. You had maybe one or two kids. You told them to go off to college. You never expect them to come home. You didn't build communities. You didn't abandon the religion of your fathers. You don't have any community connections. And now you're like, oh, we want to preserve the flavor of this neighborhood. We want to have cookouts and have Xmas lights. Well, I'm sorry. Other people can come and buy homes. And when those people come and buy homes, they buy homes sometimes together. And when they come buy homes together, they sometimes elect politicians who they want to serve them. And then they sometimes make zoning laws that serve their needs instead of the people who used to live there. And if the people who used to live there have a problem with that, they can also go to the vote. And if they lose, well, that's a democracy. And the idea that Americans should feel comfortable with telling people how to use their land without some major externalities is totally insane. The idea that you should force somebody to have a house of worship that fits these specific needs, no, it has to fit the specific needs of the local population. And so let me give you a spoiler alert. Linden, New Jersey, you're going to lose. You're going to lose catastrophically. You're going to lose like all the other towns lost in courts. You know why? Because you have no case. So stop embarrassing yourself. And if you want to maintain communities, take my advice. Otherwise, community is not really important. I'm sorry you bought your homes only to be bought by some Hasidic Jew. Next time, have more kids and have grandkids.